Hello, hi, good evening. Welcome to AccuCheck Wellthy. We are here yet again to discuss about a new topic, a lot of new information, things which can help us improve our diabetes management journey as a part of this AccuCheck Wellthy program. Let me greet and talk to each one of you. Hello, Kali Charan ji, कैसे हैं आप? Thank you so much for joining before time. It is really an amazing feeling that our users join before time just to ensure they do not miss any information in the session. Thank you so much for your proactive participation. Hello, Mr. Naveen. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining today's session. I hope we have a great discussion on today's topic and discuss on everything related to diabetes management, health parameters, and how thyroid disease can be controlled and functioned. All right, let's wait for our AccuCheck Wealthy family. We have few users who are still struggling to get the link, who are still trying to connect with their health coaches and speak to them, get through them, and work to join this session. Let's give them another 5 minutes before we start today's discussion. Meanwhile, from all of you, I would love to know in the chat section, how are you spending your weekend this time? Anything special you're doing over the weekend? Any special plans you have for the weekend? Please do share. How is this weekend going to be for each one of you? It will be great to know. Hello, Vinod ji. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Let's wait for our AccuCheck Wealthy family and then we'll start today's discussion. Meanwhile, I'd love to know, what are your plans for the weekend? Great. Hello, Mr. Chakravarti. Good evening. He was just here. I think there is some technical issue. Let us check with him what is the problem. Meanwhile, anybody has any question regarding today's session, feel free to drop in the chat box. Hello, Mr. Chakravarti. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Thank you for joining. Let's wait for our AccuCheck Wealthy members. Let's wait for all our AccuCheck Wealthy family to join so that we can start today's discussion. Hello Pandurang ji, good evening. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Today's topic is going to be unique in itself. We are going to discuss on diabetes management, health factors, and thyroid disease complications. Let us understand these health conditions in detail and how we can combat them on a day-on-day basis with our lifestyle intervention, behavior changes, and how is it that simple changes in your routine can help us overcome them. All right. Yes. Today's topic, as exactly updated, is this. Let's wait for our AccuCheck Wealthy members and then we'll start today's discussion. Hello, Mr. Shrikant. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Happy to have you as a part of the AccuCheck Wealthy family. Today's discussion is about diabetes management, health conditions, ensuring we try to combat and start our lifestyle changes and also work on the thyroid disease complications. Hello Sanjeev ji, good evening. कैसे हैं आप? I hope you are taking enough care of your health and your blood sugars. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Yes, we still have 2 minutes to go for today's discussion. Let's wait for all our members to join, all our AccuCheck Wealthy family to join before we start today's discussion. Meanwhile, quickly drop in your questions in the chat box if you have any suggestion for topics in the upcoming weeks. Last week, as per your suggestion, we had summer special and we had mango special. This week, what is it that we are going to work on? Let's see how me and my team can work on this and help you with the best possible sessions as a part of AccuCheck Wealthy Management. Hello, Nayan. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining today's session. I'm happy to see you regularly being a part of our weekly sessions. Thank you. All right. We still have a minute to go. I think few of our users are in the old age group and they need some time to get through and actually understand how this entire health journey works. So it's a request. Let's wait for our users and then start today's discussion. Meanwhile, let me tell you today's topic is diabetes and thyroid disease, how they are connected. Okay. In fact, insulin resistance, type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetes, or any kind of metabolic syndrome, there is a risk of developing thyroid disease. Any person who's prone to any lifestyle conditions, any lifestyle disorders, may get thyroid dysfunction. Thyroid dysfunction is nothing but the hormonal imbalance which is caused by the three major subsections of the hormones which are responsible for regulating your thyroid or the hormone TSH. All right. So let us understand in detail how is diabetes and thyroid related and what is the exact connection and management of these two common metabolic disorders. आप में से कितने लोगों को ये पता है कि डायबिटीज और थायराइड जुड़ा हुआ है? मुझे जल्दी से चैट बॉक्स में बताइए. हाउ डू यू actually understand the connection between diabetes management and thyroid disease? Quickly drop in your responses in the chat box. What do you understand by thyroid? What do you understand by diabetes management and their correlation or any kind of disease management aspect if you are aware about? Meanwhile, let me greet all my new users who have recently joined. Hello, Sanjeev ji. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Hello, Mr. Ajay Kumar. I can see you're regularly attending all our webinar sessions on a weekly basis. Thank you so much for that. Great. I can see many more users who have joined. Thank you so much for joining in and being a part of AccuCheck Wealthy family. We will have a lot of informative sessions for all of y'all week on week so that all of us can have maximum information on disease management, hormonal balances, and lifestyle planning. All right. So let us understand what is the connection between diabetes management and thyroid disease and how are these two common metabolic disorders related. So let me tell you this, out of the entire population we have in India, 66% of individuals are somewhere in their life prone to at least a pre-diabetic nature, a diabetic nature, any kind of high blood sugar drips drops. तो 66% ऐसे लोग हैं जिनको कभी ना कभी लाइफ में ब्लड शुगर फ्लक्चुएशंस, प्री डायबिटिक रेंजेस, ऐसा कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुआ है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हर एक पर्सन डायबिटिक है, बट यस, there is a phase which comes in your routine, in your hormones, in your body, in your lifestyle or your day-to-day activities, which leads to changes in your hormonal balances or your metabolic details. All right. So let me tell you that thyroid and diabetes is interrelated. Okay. Both of these diseases overlap. Let us understand how do these diseases overlap. Yes. So as you see here, it is very important to understand that disease, thyroid, and diabetes overlap because the insulin sensitivity or the insulin productivity or the insulin activity, इसका मतलब क्या है? इंसुलिन जो आपके बॉडी में काम करता है, अगर आपने मेरे सीरीज में मेरे सेशन सुने होंगे तो आपको मैंने एक सिंपल मैकेनिज्म सिखाया था, लॉक एंड की मेथड, right? Absolutely, that happens if the insulin productivity or the insulin activity in the body is low, जिसके वजह से कहीं ना कहीं आपके T3, T4, TSH जो थायराइड ग्लैंड या थायराइड हार्मोन के सेक्शंस है उसमें भी इम्पैक्ट होना शुरू हो जाता है। इससे टू कंडीशंस हो सकती है, हाइपरथायरॉयडिज्म एंड हाइपोथायरॉयडिज्म। ठीक है, ब्लड शुगर्स डेफिनेटली अफेक्ट होती है क्योंकि आपके बॉडी का और एक सेक्शन है और एक हार्मोन है जिसकी एबिलिटी कम काम करना शुरू हो जाता है। मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स क्या होता है, आपके इंसुलिन रेजिस्टेंस की वजह से या इंसुलिन के कम काम करने की वजह से थायराइड का जो हार्मोन होता है उसका प्रोडक्शन और उसकी एक्टिविटी भी कम हो जाती है। दिस if thyroid and diabetes are there and if you are facing this problem, it can further lead to a lot of complications which are related to your cardiovascular health or your autoimmune disease systems. Okay, जो हाइपोथैलेमिक पिट्यूटरी एक्सिस है, डोंट वरी, ये थोड़े से मेडिकल टर्म्स है। ओके, तो आप बस ये याद रखिए कि एनी काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटी और हार्मोनल बैलेंस वो थोड़ा बिगड़ जाता है, जिस वजह से थायराइड ग्लैंड ठीक से नहीं काम कर पाता, जिसका इम्पैक्ट आपके डायबिटीज पे भी होता है। इसीलिए अगर आपने देखा होगा, दिस इज स्पेशली सीन इन फीमेल्स, फीमेल पेशेंट्स या फीमेल यूजर्स जिनको भी ये प्रॉब्लम है डायबिटीज की और उनको काफी सालों से है, उनके जो डायबिटोलॉजिस्ट है या उनके जो डॉक्टर है उनको सजेस्ट करते हैं एवरी 3 years, एवरी 5 years एक बार आप अपना ब्लड शुगर चेक करा लीजिए, एक बार आप अपना पूरा हार्मोनल टेस्ट जो होता है वो करवाइए। दिस इज यूजुअली रेकमेंडेड बिकॉज थायराइड इज अ मेजर हार्मोन that functions in your body and is essential for your routine functionality। ठीक है, उस वजह से फंक्शनैलिटी ऊपर नीचे भी हो सकती है और इसीलिए उसको कंट्रोल में रखना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। अभी जो आपका थायराइड ग्लैंड होता है, वेयर इज इट एग्जैक्टली बेस्ड? सो दिस इज बेसिकली अ बटरफ्लाई शेप्ड ऑर्गन एट द बेस ऑफ योर नेक। अगर आप अपने खुद के बॉडी में देखें तो दिस इज बेसिकली द थायराइड सेक्शन। ठीक है, जिनको काफी हैवी थायराइड होती है, मतलब जो काफी हैवी डोज की मेडिसिन लेते हैं, अगर आप ये उनके नेक का पोर्शन देखेंगे, आप इजीली ये एनालाइज करेंगे कि वहां पे हल्का सा एक बटरफ्लाई शेप का प्रोट्रूडिंग सेक्शन आ चुका है। मतलब ऐसे थोड़ा सा आपको थोड़ा स्वेल या इन्फ्लेम्ड लगता है, but it is actually not inflamed, it is actually butterfly shape at the base of the neck। ओके, ये बेसिकली वहां पर होता है थायराइड ग्लैंड। और इसके वजह से क्या होता है, आपकी जो मेटाबॉलिज्म है या आपके बॉडी में जो ब्लड शुगर है या ग्लूकोज है, दैट कैनॉट बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू द इजीएस्ट फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी। ठीक है, तो उसका यूटिलाइजेशन बॉडी में नहीं हो पाता, जिसके वजह से आपकी जो मेटाबॉलिज्म है, योर बेसिक digestion, your basic day-to-day voluntary activities, all of these things are impacted. Because of this, there is 70% high risk of getting high blood sugars, or because of diabetes, there is 70% high risk of getting thyroid condition. This is usually seen in female patients because in females, the hormonal imbalances are quite common। डिसऑर्डर्स ऑफ थायराइड ग्लैंड, अगर आप ये दोनों इमेजेस अच्छे से देख पा रहे हैं, सो लेट मी टेल यू, ये थायराइड के 2 सेक्शंस है। एक को कहते हैं हाइपोथायरॉइड, दूसरे को कहते हैं हाइपरथायरॉइड। जैसे हमारी डायबिटीज मैनेजमेंट जर्नी में देयर आर टू सेक्शंस, करेक्ट? हाइपो एंड हाइपर, जहां पे आपकी ब्लड शुगर कम होती है, ज्यादा होती है। सिमिलरली इन द थायराइड ग्लैंड देयर आर टू सेक्शंस, hyperthyroidism and hypothyroidism. Hyperthyroidism is the overreactiveness of the thyroid gland, and hypothyroidism is underreactiveness of the thyroid gland. Similarly, we have something in diabetes management which is called as hyperglycemia and hypoglycemia. I'm sure आपने मेरे टीम से ये काफी बार सुना होगा। अगर ब्लड शुगर काफी लो हो जाती है, चक्कर आती है, हाथ पांव कांपने लगते हैं, all of these symptoms come with hypoglycemia. But hyperglycemia is high blood sugars above a certain level, जो आपकी बॉडी की सस्टेनेबल लेवल है, उसके अबव जब आपकी ब्लड शुगर जाती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज हाइपरग्लाइसीमिया. Yes, now let us understand the mechanism between thyroid disease and insulin. Basically, thyroid disease interferes with the production of insulin. थायराइड का जो फंक्शन है वो इंटर रिलेटेड है इंसुलिन बॉडी में बनाने से, ठीक है? बेसिकली क्या होता है, एक सिंपल लैंग्वेज में मैं आपको बता रही हूँ, इंसुलिन से आपके जो सेल्स है बॉडी के, वो ग्लूकोज को एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट करते हैं और पूरे दिन भर आप वो एनर्जी यूज करते हैं. Because of this, whatever blood sugar or whatever mechanism of action insulin does, it gets utilized in the body, and all the glucose gets converted into energy which is taken up for your day to day activities, for your functions. ठीक है? Now what exactly happens when you have hyperthyroidism? Body starts functioning 2x. इस वजह से इंसुलिन यूज भी बहुत जल्दी हो जाता है. एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको बताती हूँ. इफ यू हैव अ 4-व्हीलर कार, यू कैन इजीली रिलेट टू इट. अगर आपके पास 4-व्हीलर कार है, आप सोचिए कि 1 लीटर ऑफ पेट्रोल में इफ यू आर एबल टू ट्रेवल 1 किलोमीटर, okay, normally at a normal speed of your car, and similarly if the utilization by the engine of the petrol goes 2x, तो आपको वही 1 किलोमीटर करने के लिए 2 लीटर पेट्रोल की जरूरत लगेगी. Exactly that happens between insulin and the thyroid hormone, because of which there is a trigger. और जितना भी इंसुलिन प्रोड्यूस हुआ होता है, यूटिलाइज होने से पहले हाफ वे थ्रू खत्म हो जाता है. ठीक है? This leads to increased blood sugar levels and increased risk of complications related to type 2 diabetes. Hence, it is said that people who are hyperthyroid should do timely checks for their blood sugars, check on their HbA1c levels. These are very important. Also, regular intervals, they should do the 3 basic tests for their thyroid. Okay, that is checking T3, T4 and TSH. This can lead to high blood sugar and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. People with diabetes who need insulin shots may also find themselves needing higher doses. On the other side, if you see hypothyroidism. Now, what is hypothyroidism? Underactive thyroid, it decreases the metabolism. When this happens, insulin can linger, causing blood sugar to drop. इसका मतलब क्या है? इंसुलिन का काम करना कम हो जाता है. इंसुलिन का यूटिलिटी बॉडी में रेट, उसका यूटिलाइजेशन का रेट स्लो हो जाता है. ठीक है? Because of which what happens? Your body starts taking up insulin at a lower state. Okay, this leads to dropping of your blood sugar and leads to hypoglycemia. इसीलिए if you see people who have hypothyroidism or who have an underactive thyroid, usually are advised to have some amount of sugar in their day-to-day intake. Okay, but people who are on thyroid medication as well as diabetes medication can see extreme drops leading to dizziness, disorientation, and unconsciousness in their routine. Okay, now I have a quick quiz question for all of you. Please drop in your responses in the chat box. Hyperglycemia is caused by thyroid disease that can also contribute to metabolic syndrome. Yes या no? इसको मैं हिंदी में भी बताती हूँ. हाई ब्लड शुगर, हाइपरग्लाइसीमिया जो थायराइड के वजह से होता है, उससे आगे चल के मेटाबॉलिक इश्यूज होते हैं या नहीं? यस या नो? अपना रिस्पॉन्स जल्दी से चैट बॉक्स में डालिए सो दैट आई कैन हेल्प यू विथ what is the right information and how we can work on it. Great. Yes, absolutely amazing. AccuCheck Wealthy members, thank you so much. You all are absolutely right. The response is yes. बिल्कुल, अगर आपकी ब्लड शुगर हाई है, अगर आपको हाइपरग्लाइसीमिया है और आपको थायराइड की भी कंडीशन है, तो ये दोनों मिलके एक मेटाबॉलिक सिंड्रोम या मेटाबॉलिक डिसऑर्डर को कॉज कर सकते हैं. Yes. All right. Now, what are the common symptoms which we see in hyperthyroidism and hypothyroidism? Let us understand. Hyperthyroidism का मतलब क्या है? आपका जो thyroid gland है, आपका T3, T4, TSH, sections of your thyroid hormone है, उसकी functionality काफी ज्यादा हो जाती है. तो उसमें क्या होता है? Sweating, rapid heartbeat, nervousness, bulging eyes, enlarged portion, जो मैंने आपको कहा था बटरफ्लाई सेक्शन, दैट विल बी एनलार्ज्ड, हेयर लॉस, इरिटेशन, हाथ पांव कांपना, ट्रेमर, ओके, डिफिकल्टी इन स्लीपिंग, ओके, आपकी जो फीमेल्स की जो मेंस्ट्रुएशन या फर्टिलिटी साइकिल्स होती है, दोज बिकम इरेगुलर, देयर इज एक्सट्रीम वेट लॉस, क्योंकि जो नॉर्मल थायराइड हार्मोन है वो 2x रेट से काम करता है. ऑलराइट, the next section which we see is hypothyroidism. Now, what is hypothyroidism? Less functionality of the three major sections of the thyroid hormone, T3, T4 and TSH. What exactly happens? Dry hair, puffy face, enlarged thyroid gland, okay, dry skin, depression or inconvenient thoughts, cold intolerance, arthritis, slow heartbeat, fatigue, forgetfulness, okay, brittle nails, there is a lot of constipation and weight gain. If you see both of these, hyper और hypo में exactly opposite symptoms हैं. ठीक है, तो please ये understand कीजिए, hyperthyroidism is high level of functionality of the thyroid gland, which includes T3, T4, TSH, and hypothyroidism is low functionality of the thyroid gland. All right, moving on. How to take care of your thyroid when you're suffering from diabetes? This is majorly seen in a lot of females, especially in the age group of 35 to 55 years. ठीक है, इनको क्या प्रॉब्लम होती है? इनको या तो डायबिटीज, थायराइड की लेवल्स अनकंट्रोल्ड होने के वजह से हो जाती है, या फिर डायबिटीज काफी समय से रहती है, प्रोलॉन्ग रहती है, जिसके वजह से उनकी थायराइड हार्मोन्स की लेवल्स भी इनअप्रोप्रिएट होती है. ठीक है, तो हाउ टू टेक केयर ऑफ योर थायराइड व्हेन यू आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम डायबिटीज? The pancreas is part of the larger endocrine system. So being diagnosed with diabetes should have a natural concern. Maintaining a healthy diet, okay, is very important. यहाँ पे 3 चीजें आपको काफी ज्यादा अपनी डाइट में इंक्लूड करनी है. मैं ये काफी सारे मेरे यूजर्स को बोलती हूँ, मेरी पूरी टीम भी आप लोगों को यही बोलती है. रेड और येलो, ये 2 कलर्स आपके खाने में रेगुलरली होने चाहिए. तो जब मैं कहती हूँ रेड कलर, what all does it include? It includes a lot of red fruits and vegetables which are usually taken in the raw form. Berries, cherries, peppers, apples, tomatoes, all of these things can be taken to maintain a healthy diet and take care of your thyroid when you're suffering from diabetes. हाई फाइब्रस फूड्स, ओके, काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, जैसे कि ब्रोकली, कॉलीफ्लावर, डार्क ग्रीन लीफी वेजिटेबल्स, लेग्यूम्स एंड होल ग्रीन्स. It is very important to have regular checkups and monitorings. Regular medical checkups and monitoring of your disease condition helps you assess the impact of medication. Keeping track of any side effects and changes in your condition helps manage this basic disease problems. Now, what exactly happens here is that छोटी छोटी चीजें हम maybe we don't see a lot of impact on our health, बट अगर ये प्रोलॉन्ग पीरियड से हो रही है, एक हफ्ते से ज्यादा अगर आपको ऐसे लग रहा है, आपका फेस पफी लग रहा है या थोड़ी सूजन लग रही है, प्लीज टॉक टू योर डॉक्टर, स्पीक टू देम, टेल देम दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम आई एम फेसिंग, व्हाट बेटर कुड help me manage my condition. Also ensure you do regular checkups either of your blood sugars, your A1Cs, or your thyroid hormone functionality. Now let us understand how will we manage our diet and thyroid levels to live a healthy, medication-free life. Okay. Yes, there are few things which I would like to share as a part of disease and thyroid management. सबसे पहले तो it's very important to keep yourself hydrated as per the region you stay in, as per the location you are on. Please ensure you have sufficient water intake. Hydration is very, very important. That can avoid lot of symptoms, the common signs and symptoms which we see in both of these metabolic diseases, both of these lifestyle problems, whether it's thyroid management, whether it's diabetes management, both need to have a sustainable lifestyle which is regularly taken care of, ensuring you have a lot of raw or semi cooked vegetables which are dark green, leafy, is very important. Having a lot of sprouts, legumes, dals, having sufficient amount of protein in your diet is definitely going to help you. प्रोटीन खाने में बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी होता है, and as per your body weight, every 1 kg of your body should have 1 gram of protein. ठीक है, तो इस हिसाब से as a part of this AccuCheck Wealthy program, me and my team will plan your customized journey and tell you what are the next steps you need to work on. All right. Yes. With this, we are now a family of 1,20,000 users, and we are growing day by day. And experience we have is with more than 45,000 plus patients who absolutely love our program. And these are few samples of it. Please go through them so that you also please feel free to share your experience with your coaches so that they understand how this health journey works. Yes, and we are here with new plans. If you want to upgrade your plans, please speak to your health coach and connect with them. We are not just a self-certified company. We have groundbreaking results. We are certified by ADA, American Diabetes Association, wherein we are granted average mean A1C reduction of 1 to 1.5% and a blood sugar drop of 50 to 100 mg per dl in both fasting PP and random blood sugars. With this, there is a mean weight loss of 2 to 3 kgs regularly seen. We are endorsed by Asia's largest diabetes association as the first digital therapeutic for type 2 diabetes and lifestyle disorders. Besides this, we have a special human certified diabetes coach. You get to create a complete care plan within your program. You are guided every step of the way, backed with a complete care team right at your fingertips. We do not just give you suggestions, we also ensure you follow it. And that's the reason there is a lot of customization will you see in each individual journey. If you want to know more about diabetes and thyroid management, please feel free to drop in your questions. I am here to help answer and guide you on your questions and give you some suggestions for this. Yes, great. Thank you so much for all your questions. Great. All right. So I have few tips, few suggestions, and few queries to discuss with you before we move ahead. It is now it's going to be a rainy season coming up soon. We will soon have the rainy season. Usually, when there is a transition of season from summer to rainy or from any one season to the other season, there are some problems, common issues which are seen: cold, cough, a lot of immunity problems. So I want to suggest a detox immunity drink for each one of you. Please speak to your coach and then plan how do you have this. But I'll give you a basic detox which is essential for transforming seasons, usually from summer to rainy season. Before the season transforms and your body starts adapting, I want to suggest you have a lukewarm glass of hot water in the morning. With that, add 1 teaspoon of soft, okay, 1 teaspoon of soft, and with that add some amount of um, ajwain to it, a pinch of ajwain to it, and boil this mixture for 15 to 20 seconds. You can decide the mode of boiling. It can be on the gas flame, it can be on the in a oven, in a microwave, doesn't matter. But 15 to 20 seconds you need to boil this. Strain this mixture and have it early in the morning as your first drink, okay, before you actually start your day. This will help you in three important things. One, it is a combination of hot and cold season, so it will start creating an impact on your body, because of which your body's adaptability to change in season will be improved. First thing. Second thing, this is a immunity booster. It will help improve your immunity. And third and most important thing, it will help improve your digestion ability. If you have any kind of digestion problems, uh, you know gases, or any kind of flatulence problem, or any kind of constipation issues, all of these will be resolved. Start with this drink, and I'm sure if you follow this for 3 weeks in a row, it will not lead to any kind of problem, cold, cough, or season change, fever, or any kind of immunity disturbances in your routine. All right. This is a special season transformational detox drink. Please do try this and let me know, or let my team know, how did this impact on your health. All right. Based on today's topic, diabetes and thyroid disease management, I also want to highlight on two major things which are essential and important to understand as a part of लाइफस्टाइल डिजीज मैनेजमेंट. ठीक है. सबसे पहले तो थायराइड इज अ हार्मोन विच फंक्शंस. अगर थायराइड की फंक्शनिंग आपको बढ़ानी है, इफ यू हैव हाइपोथायरॉयडिज्म, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू नीड टू हैव अ एक्टिव लाइफस्टाइल. अगर आपकी सिडेंट्री लाइफस्टाइल है, यू रियली नीड टू वर्क ऑन इट इफ यू हैव हाइपोथायरॉयड प्रॉब्लम. ओके. तो उस वजह से जल्दी डायबिटीज हो सकती है. तो प्लीज डू नॉट टेक दैट रिस्क. यू शुड हैव अ हाईली एक्टिव लाइफस्टाइल. अगर नॉर्मल लोगों को जिनको थायराइड या हाइपोथायराइड की प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, उन लोगों को अगर नॉर्मल रूटीन में 30 मिनट्स या 45 मिनट्स की एक्सरसाइज या वर्कआउट करनी पड़ती है, तो आपको उसके 1.5 एफर्ट्स डालने पड़ेंगे, बिकॉज योर थायराइड हार्मोन्स फंक्शनैलिटी इज रिड्यूस्ड। उसको आपको पहले एक्टिवेट करना पड़ेगा, फिर आप उसको इट कैन स्टार्ट इनटू अ एक्टिव लाइफस्टाइल। ठीक है, तो अगर बाकी जहां पे 45 मिनट्स वर्कआउट हो रही है या एक्सरसाइज हो रही है, तो आपको 75 to 80 मिनट्स उसको करना जरूरी है, विच इज ऑलमोस्ट डबल और 1.5 टाइम्स ऑफ द नॉर्मल पर्सन्स एक्सरसाइज रूटीन। बट दिस इज इम्पॉर्टेंट। और एक ही समय पे अगर आप ये 70-80 मिनट्स नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, try to divide it into 3 times, 20 minutes each, morning, afternoon, evening, and that will help you combat your hypothyroidism. Two important things to highlight. सबसे पहले तो diabetes profile test has to be done regularly. Now, what all is included in the diabetes profile test? It includes fasting blood sugar, post meal blood sugar, random blood sugar, and HbA1c. HbA1c is the mean glycosylated hemoglobin levels, which will help identify कि आपके blood के अंदर तक शुगर गई है क्या, और वो कितना इम्पैक्ट आपके बॉडी पे कर रही है। इसीलिए HbA1c को टेस्ट करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एंड दैट इज डन एवरी 4 मंथ्स। ठीक है, तो प्लीज एंश्योर कीजिए यू आर चेकिंग दैट रेगुलरली। ऑल्सो फॉर थायराइड डिजीज और थायराइड कंडीशन, there are 3 important sub hormones which need to be checked as a part of thyroid hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. One is your TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. One is T3 and T4. All these three need to be checked regularly, because these basically help stimulate the functionality of the thyroid gland or the thyroid hormone, जिस वजह से आपको थायराइड की प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी। ठीक है, तो रेगुलर चेकअप्स एंड लेवल डिटेल्स आर इम्पोर्टेंट इन बोथ ऑफ दीज लाइफस्टाइल कंडीशंस। वन इज डायबिटीज मैनेजमेंट, सेकंड इज थायराइड मैनेजमेंट। All right. Okay. I have few questions. Let me just try to go through them. Just give me 1 minute. I'm going through your questions. Hello, Mr. Chakravarti. Thank you so much for being an active participant today. I'll just go through your question. Is there any necessity in general that people suffering with diabetic problem need to be a patient? In my case, I don't have any thyroid issue. All are normal. Yes. So usually ऐसे हो सकता है. That is a thing कि हम बता रहे हैं ऐसे होने के चांसेस है। जरूरी नहीं है कि अगर आप डायबिटिक है तो आपको फ्यूचर में होगा ही, लेकिन नहीं होना चाहिए। इसीलिए आपको आपके ब्लड शुगर को, आपके A1C को कंट्रोल में रखना है। एंश्योर दैट यू डू नॉट ignore this, and keep your T3, T4, TSH checked timely. Okay, and also ensure your basic diabetes profile, your fasting, post meal, RBS and A1C are checked regularly. Okay, yes, 3 to 4 months is the ideal average for A1C, but the earliest is 3 months. तो 3 महीने बाद आप A1C की टेस्ट करा सकते हैं. It will give you almost accurate results. All right, just give me 1 minute. I have few questions. Great. I can see a lot of our users have responded to the query or to the quiz which I asked. Thank you so much for that. Yes, great. Yes, today's topic is diabetes management and thyroid diseases and understanding the basics of both the conditions. I would also like to ask each one of you, is there any particular query you want to discuss about other than diabetes management and thyroid? We will be happy to help you. Uh, Hello, Mr. Shaktidhar. Thank you so much for joining today's session and showing some active participation. I will just go through your question. Yes. So symptoms are usually very common. तो आपको खुद को ये नहीं पता चलेगा. तो the best thing to do is ask your doctor what test should I do. But if you go to a lab and you just discuss with them, there are three common hormones which are checked to identify your thyroid levels: T3, T4, TSH. ये तीन अगर आप नाम चाहिए तो आप लिख ले सकते हैं. ठीक है, T3, T4, TSH. ये टेस्ट आपके डायबिटीज प्रोफाइल के साथ आपको करनी है. दैट इज समथिंग विच विल हेल्प यू एनालाइज द लेवल ऑफ योर थायराइड डिजीज. अगर आपको है या नहीं है, वो भी आपके टेस्ट के लेवल से पता चलेगा. ओके, यस, let me go through some questions. Great. Yes, hello Sanjay ji. Thank you so much for your active participation. So I will just go through your question. Yes, it is important to avoid food from the cruciferous family. We call it the cruciferous family, जहाँ पे cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage. तो आपको अगर ऑलरेडी हाइपोथायरॉइड मतलब थायराइड फंक्शनिंग कम है बॉडी में, अगर वो प्रॉब्लम है आपको, तो आप ये सारे जो क्रूसीफेरस फैमिली के वेजिटेबल्स हैं उनको अवॉइड कर सकते हैं. अवॉइड मतलब ये है कि रोज के खाने में नहीं लेना है, हफ्ते में एक दिन या 2 हफ्ते में एक दिन. इफ यू हैव, इट्स कंप्लीटली फाइन, नो प्रॉब्लम. या yes. Hello, Mr. Rajesh ji. Thank you so much for your proactive participation. I'll just go through your question. Yes. I will not say that there is a specific exercise routine which is recommended, but if you see, if you compare it to a normal person who does not have any health condition and is completely fit and fine, if exercise is for 30 minutes, uska same impact अगर आपको थायराइड हाइपो या हाइपर की प्रॉब्लम है तो आपके बॉडी पे नहीं होगा. इंस्टेड यू विल नीड टू डू इट फॉर 60 मिनट्स. सो इट हैज टू बी 2x ऑफ अ नॉर्मल इंडिविजुअल. तो अगर आप 30 मिनट्स अभी कर रहे हैं, दैट्स ग्रेट, बट आई सजेस्ट एवरी 3 वीक्स में, 3 हफ्ते में आपको उसको 15-15 मिनट से इम्प्रूव करना है. ओके, यस. लेट मी गो थ्रू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Great. Hi, Jose. Good evening. Thank you so much for being an active participant today. Let me go through your question. Ideal value of TSH. Yes. So, see, Jose, this basically differs from males and females. तो males का जो ratio होता है वो different होता है, और females का जो ratio होता है वो different होता है. But your doctor is the best person to guide you on this. But it also impacts based on your age. But if you see the average levels, it ranges from 0.5 to 5 mm per HGL. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली 0.5 to 5 इसके बीच में रेंज होनी चाहिए. बट फॉर मेल्स इट इज स्लाइटली हायर बिकॉज ऑफ हाइपर एक्टिविटी, एंड फॉर फीमेल्स इट इज स्लाइटली लोअर, सो दैट you when you go to the lab, people they can give you the exact numbers, or your doctor. All right, great. Okay, that's about it for today's session. on diabetes management and thyroid understanding. I am still here for next 5 minutes. If you do have any questions, any queries, any suggestions, any kind of recipes, information, knowledge sharing, if you want me to discuss, do drop in the chat box or the Q&A box, and I'll help you with all the responses. Meanwhile, let me tell you, mangoes are still in season, and nowhere me and my team will guide you not to have mangoes. Mangoes are the best sources of vitamin C and vitamin A. It completes the nutritive value of 70% of your intake. So all my lovely AccuCheck Wealthy members, अगर आप बाहर जाएंगे सभी लोग आपको बताएंगे do not consume this, but we here at the AccuCheck Wealthy program always encourage you to have seasonal fruits and vegetables. Please enjoy mangoes, make good recipes out of it. Do not add sugar to it. Mango in itself is a sugary fruit. It has a lot of good amount of glycemic load, glycemic index, and it is a very good nutrient fruit also. तो बस ये नहीं है कि मैंगो में शुगर है, मैंगो में काफी सारे हेल्दी न्यूट्रिएंट्स भी है. इफ यू ईट वन स्लाइस ऑफ मैंगो, योर कॉन्स्टिपेशन, योर डाइजेशन इश्यूज, योर स्लीपिंग ability, all of these things will improve. Your vitamin C, your vitamin A intake for the day will be recovered as per the RDA, as per your recommended allowances per day for both males and females. So please ये अपने mind से निकाल दीजिए, mango एक unhealthy fruit है, especially for people who have diabetes, heart issues, or any kind of blood pressure or cholesterol problems. No, that absolutely incorrect. Please have mangoes. How to have it, when to have it, how much to have it is what my team will teach you. Please connect with them and they will help you on what are the best ways to consume mangoes so that your blood sugars, your cholesterols, your pressure won't go up. Yes, do not combine two seasonal fruits together. Very, very important. काफी सारे Indian households में this is a common practice कि हम एक fruit salad का bowl लेते हैं जिसमें काफी सारे seasonal fruits होते हैं. Watermelon, high in sugars, मैंगो हाई इन शुगर्स. अगर ये सारे फ्रूट्स आप कंबाइन करेंगे, इट इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू शूट अप योर ब्लड शुगर एंड लीड टू फ्लक्चुएशंस. सो द बेस्ट थिंग टू डू इज हैव देम एट डिफरेंट टाइमिंग्स, have them at regular intervals, no problem. Yes, best thing is have it as a whole instead of with the entire meal. Lunch या डिनर में आमरस अवॉइड कीजिए. आई नो इट इज अ स्टेपल इन मोस्ट ऑफ द इंडियन हाउसहोल्ड्स, बट वी नीड टू अवॉइड इट बिकॉज एज अ होल आप मैंगो खा सकते हैं एज अ इवनिंग स्नैक और अ मिड मॉर्निंग स्नैक, बट डू नॉट कंबाइन इट विथ योर 3 मेजर मील्स, ब्रेकफास्ट, lunch and dinner. I hope this answers your question. Okay. Non-vegetarians, okay, so all kind of meat and meat products are absolutely allowed to be eaten, no problem. The only thing I suggest, or me and my team suggest to all our AccuCheck Wealthy members, is that to ensure that none of the non-vegetarian products are taken in a deep fried form. You can have them in a curry form, you can have them in a dry roasted form, you can have them in a grilled form, you can have them in the form of processed, dried, sorted ways. You can also dry roast them, you can also cook them, boil them, make it into a form of curry or some gravy kind of items. Do not deep fry them. All the protein in the non-vegetarian foods get coagulated and the amino acids, मतलब non-veg खाने से शरीर को आपके जो फायदा होने वाला होता है वो ही निकल जाता है जब आप उसको फ्राई करते हैं. अमीनो एसिड्स की जो एबिलिटी होती है फॉर प्रोटीन टू वर्क ऑन योर मसल्स, वो फ्राई करने के वजह से किल हो जाती है, उसका मैकेनिज्म निकल जाता है. So do not have fried non-veg items. Otherwise, you can have non-veg thrice in a week, 4 times in a week, no problem. Eggs can be taken every single day. How to take it, when to take it, how much to take it is what my team will teach you. Please connect with your health coach and she'll guide you on the next steps. Hello, Krishna ji. Good evening. Thank you so much for your active participation today. Yes, लीची fruit is a great fruit. मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ please go for seasonal produce. It is very very important that you eat as per the season in your current living conditions. तो अगर लीची अभी सीजन में है, आपके यहाँ इजीली अवेलेबल है, प्लीज डू हैव इट इन सफिशिएंट अमाउंट. बट जैसे मैंने कहा, ये इट इज अ शुगरी फ्रूट, उसमें विटामिन सी अच्छी मात्रा में है, विटामिन ए की भी थोड़ी बहुत मात्रा है, लेकिन वो शुगर की भी मात्रा उसमें है. तो उसको आप खाने के साथ, नाश्ते के साथ मत लीजिए, उसको शाम के स्नैक्स में या सुबह के जो जहां हम मंचिंग करते हैं वो समय में आप ले सकते हैं. दैट्स अ वेरी गुड ऑप्शन टू कंट्रोल your cravings, because it will give you a nice tangy taste and it will help you improve your taste buds. But do not have it regularly. You can have it twice in a week or maximum 3 times in a week, not more than that. I hope I helped you with your response. Great. I am still here for 5 more minutes to discuss on all your queries. Feel free to drop in your messages. Great. Thank you so much to all our lovely AccuCheck Wellthy members. I hope all your queries are answered real time. We had a great discussion. In case if you have any more things to highlight, please drop in your coaches, your messages on the chat box. And in the next session, I will discuss your questions in detail. All right. Meanwhile, next week, I am coming up with a new set of information, a new knowledge series, and connecting with you to understand what are the new topics you would like to hear from the AccuCheck Wealthy family. Meanwhile, take care of your health, keep connecting with my health coaches, and tell us in case if you need any more suggestions, any more customization in your journey. Take care. Happy weekend.